congratulations, Marvels. Can you talk us through the process and how you came to signing on?
It's sort of been around about for a little bit. And I didn't really want to think about it too much, just wanted to focus on footy and try and get a good season rolling. So now that we're halfway through the season and I'm back fit and playing consistent footy, it's good to get that all sorted and we can focus back on the team.
How big was the lure of potentially going back home?
I mean, it's probably similar for a lot of players. Everyone understands being from interstate that family and friends is a big deal, but at the end of the day, Port Adelaide's like home to me and I love the club, so that's why I chose to stay.
What direction do you think this club's heading?
I think we've got a lot of big plans for the future. We've got a pretty strong young team, so focus on this year first and week by week, but I think our future's very bright.
When did it start to change in terms of if you were homesick early? When did you start to feel at home here?
I think just year by year, feeling more comfortable. As a young kid, you're just trying to fit in really, and footy's almost the last thing on my mind. I'm just trying to fit in with the boys and with the club, so each year, the more I played footy, the more I get along with the boys, the easier it's felt.
How strong was that interest from Melbourne, and was that a flattering thing to have a number of clubs trying to bring you home?
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to have interest and makes you feel good about yourself and understand what you can bring to the table. So, but it's good that it's all sorted now and we can just focus on our success.
Was it always Paul? Did you have to genuinely sit down and consider things, or in the back of your mind were you always pretty confident you were going to start?
Yeah, like I said, really loving the way we're going as a club and get along really well with the boys. So just excited to see what we can do and bring for the next few years.
Who did you lean on to make the decision?
Didn't really need to lean on anyone. Like at the end of the day, it is my decision. I've got my family and stuff who support me no matter what I do. Same with my girlfriend. So it was really up to me, but everyone was just supportive of what I wanted to do.
Is it just a relief now to get it over and done with? Your name's not linked with all these other clubs anymore?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't bother me too much, but it is nice to just have the air cleared and just focus on what's ahead.
And a 2-year deal, from your point of view, what's the sort of benefits of that?
Didn't really have too much thought about it. Like, obviously my manager did a lot of the work, so I was just happy to accept whatever's offered and just, like I said, focus on now and whatever happens later will happen later.
What was the reaction of the coaches and players when they got the official news this morning?
They were pretty happy, I think, which is good to see as well. It's good to know that you're welcomed at the club, so exciting.
In terms of some of your close relationships, Jason Horne-Francis, I understand you're pretty close with him. How did you guys sort of strike up your friendship and what makes you so close?
I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of that media stuff at the start of the year, look-alike, sort of bit of friendship, but we were pretty close already before that. That just made us even closer, and same sort of personalities and drives outside of footy and in footy, so yeah.
Is there a role, both of you, I don't know where I came from in that one.
No, you get out of class.
Is there a role that you sort of prefer playing most at the moment? You've been so versatile this year. Is there a role you like the most?
There's definitely a place I want to play, but at the moment, I'm playing the role I am as more of a key defender because that's what we need, and I'm willing to do that for the team. So I'm happy to stick that out and enjoying that still as well.
How big a test is that been when Ken or whoever comes to you and say you're playing on Jeremy Cameron this weekend? What goes through your mind, and then how do you prepare for that?
Too much. It's pretty stressful. Pretty undersized when it comes to most of my opponents, but just a lot of work mentally throughout the week to try and calm myself down and not think about it too much, and then just sort of play the way I've been playing all year on game day and let the rest do the work.
Have you been leaning on guys like Tom Jonas, who's played on him a few times, and those sorts of things, that on how to play those sort of lockdown roles?
Yeah, definitely. I think just all the key backs have been really helpful with me at training, just positioning me and talking to me off field, trying to help out with that. So, yeah, don't know what else to say.
The ability just to float across and take marks and read the play, is that something that's naturally happened, or have you been guided in that area to develop that sort of confidence?
I think that's been pretty natural. It's more just the confidence of coaches and players to allow me to do that, to come out of my shell and back myself. But yeah, I think I've always had that natural marking ability.
You were a bit coy before about the position you wanted to play.
Forward pocket.
Where is that? Is that half back, or would you like to eventually push into the midfield?
Yeah, probably the midfield. But we've got a very strong midfield, so I'm happy wherever I need to play. As long as we're winning and keep doing the way we're going, then I'm very happy.
Maybe put on number 18. Jump in this.
Swap me again. Could do.
One more question, just about this whole, we're talking about it probably more than you guys are, but the whole playing after the bye and how teams have struggled. Is that a thing? Can you put your finger on why the teams might struggle post-bye?
I can definitely understand it. We try not to think about it too much and just focus on what we've been doing well. Obviously coming off the bye, you've had a bit of a longer break, but we trained over the weekend just like we would play a game, so it's like we haven't missed a week of footy, so we're just trying to keep that routine going and keep going from there.
Attention now potentially turns to Mitch's decision. Are you expecting him to be here next year?
At the end of the day, it is up to him, but he seems like he's loving it. He's had a bit of time at home just to gather his thoughts and stuff, and now that he's back, he seems to be really enjoying himself and just getting through his rehab. Pretty much since he came here, he's fit in well and really enjoys it, so we'll see what he does, but I'm pretty confident he'll stay.